Ta eva sabija
samadhi.
The samadhis described in the previous sutras are dependent upon a support and are termed sabij, with a seed. So the support is there, meaning you are not as of now directly in touch with God. You have not seen Him. You have not felt Him. You have created an image of Him, whether an external image or an internal image. That image is the support. It is support. It's not wrong. Now some people say it's all wrong. Those people who do khandan of Murti Puja, they want to remove the support. And without the support, how will you go ahead? Swami Vivekananda's story is very famous. In his travels around India before he came to the US, in Rajasthan he went to the palace of Raja of Alwar, who was a staunch Arya Samaji. So they were avowed disbelievers in any kind of murti. And the Raja of Alwar was going on condemning the whole concept of worship of any murtis. So Swamiji saw on the wall was a picture of his father, the Bada Raja. So he pulled it off, threw it on the ground and started stomping it with his feet, which enraged the Raja so much. He said, "You don't know my powers in my palace, you're disrespecting my father. I'll have you caned." Swami Vivekananda said, "Your father? This is a piece of paper. But in the paper, you have created the sentiments of your father." So just like you were able to do that for a material personality, the devotees use the support to create sentiments of the Divine Lord. So that is the support. Just like a satellite, when it is launched, a rocket is used. The rocket takes the satellite into the orbit. And when the satellite is properly positioned and stationed, the rocket by then has lost its fuel and energy. It is then disconnected and released. Its purpose is fulfilled. So until you meet God, you do need the support, internal, external, both. So, bedhadak, without any fear, go ahead and do it. Our Indians have got so much of faith. When the British first put milestones on the roads, simple-minded villagers thought Hanumanji prakat ho gaye. But they're willing to see God anywhere. And what is wrong with it? Prabhu vyapaka sarvatra samana. You get the benefits of your sentiment. But now, Maharshi Patanjali means business. And he said that what about going even further? So he's now saying, next, 147. Nirvichara Vaisharadye Adhyatma Prasada. Translation: at that stage of preparation, the yogi receives grace and attains spiritual illumination. It confirms so perfectly with the path of bhakti what he is talking about. In the path of bhakti it is said, you prepare your vessel and after that you will receive parabhakti. So preparing the vessel is your job. And then the adhyatma prasad will be received, divine grace. We say, I want to see God. God says, "Pehle guddiya ka khel karo, तब विवाह होगा. First play with dolls, then later on the marriage will happen. What does that mean? See, the children, they say, I also want to marry Mummy. Mummy says, I'll give you dolls and get them married. When you grow up, we will see. Likewise, God says, for now, you practice. And for that practice, for that simulation, I've given you all these means of meditation, of dhyan. And through the practice, your heart is getting purified. It is getting cleansed. Until you reach the stage of Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, Shuddh Antahkaran. Till then is your job. After that, your job is done. Now is the job of God and Guru to bless you with the divine grace. Now we call it Parabhakti, he is calling it Adhyatma Prasad. When that Adhyatma Prasad is received, the divine Shakti, Yoga Maya will intervene. The material mind will now no longer remain material. It will become divine. Not by self-effort, but by grace. To receive the grace, the vessel will have to be prepared. To prepare the vessel will be your effort. So your effort is required to attract the grace. Man krama vachana chhadi chaturai, bhajatahi kripa karahi raghurai. You released the chaturai and Raghurai did the kripa. That is why in the Bhagavatam there's a very interesting verse. Bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya vibhratyutpulakantanum. Ved Vyas is written cryptically. He says, do bhakti and you will get bhakti. Do bhakti and you will get bhakti. Hare Ved Vyasji, is there some kind of a typo out here? He says, no, you do one kind of bhakti and you will get another kind of bhakti. So the kind of adhyatmic sadhana you are doing presently is with the material mind. And that is sabij, with the help of a support. And then when you are prepared, God will bless you with the grace. And that time, you will not need to try to meditate. You will see Him. There He is. This preparation is now complete. Sri Krishna says, I am not going to always remain hidden. Why should I keep myself always hidden from my children? When you are qualified, here I am. So now you don't say, okay, Sri Krishna, I don't want to see you, I want to see your Murti. One Guruji, he was about to leave on a Tirth Yatra. And the disciple said, Guruji, you will be gone for 6 months, what will I do? Guruji gave him a picture of his. Beta, you worship my picture until I come back. So the disciple got busy worshipping the Guru's picture. Now after 6 months, when Guruji returned, by chance there was a tremendous rain. And Guruji was banging the door of the temple, Beta, I've come, open, open. Disciple said, Guruji, let me complete the worship of your picture, you remained until then. So the picture was until you meet the personality. Now you meet the personality, the picture doesn't serve a purpose. So Maharishi Patanjali says that everything was the Maya, the material energy, but the heart was getting purified. And now when the intervention has taken place, the divine energy has been received, your mind has become divine. Now there is no problem at all. So he says out here that your mind becomes nirvichar. What does this nirvichar mean? This is a subject of great philosophical contention in Indian darshan philosophical systems. What did he mean by nirvichar? The general opinion of many people is that he meant you stop thinking. But look, to stop thinking, you don't need 47 sutras. You just ask one Dara Singh to use a log and hit you on the head and you'll stop thinking. Nirvichar does not mean thoughtless. It means devoid of material thoughts. Just like what is the meaning of nirgun? Bhagavan is nirgun. So some philosophers said that means he doesn't have any gunas. But there's a mantra, the Shvetashvatar Upanishad states, Saparyagat chukkarmakaya mavrana masnaviram shuddhama papa vidham kavir manishi paribhu swayambhu. Very interesting mantra. God does not have hands and feet. That's what I was saying, he is Nirakar. But further, the same mantra is saying, those hands and feet don't have wounds in them. They don't have defects in them. When you have said he doesn't have hands and feet, then what is the need of saying that the hands and feet don't have defects in them? Supposing I say, has Ramesh come? And ji Swamiji, have Ramesh's hands and feet also come? Are Baba, it's all one package. When Ramesh comes, his hands and feet will come. So when you have said that Bhagavan doesn't have hands and feet, then why are you extending it further? And these are the Vedas, they are not the creation of some primary school student. What it means is that God does not have material hands and feet. He does not have hands and feet that are defective, that have defects like ours, blemishes, etc. He's got divine limbs. He's got divine gunas. And because his gunas are divine, they are devoid of material gunas. So nirgun means devoid of material qualities. It doesn't mean devoid of all qualities. If God was devoid of all qualities, he would be less than us. Because we souls have the ability to take a form. And if God says, I don't have the Shakti to have a form, so that is why I am only formless. Then you say, then what kind of Sarva Shaktiman is he? He can't even take on a form, do something as simple as that we can do. Sarva Shaktiman means he can do whatever he likes. That is why the Chandogya Upanishad states, Dvevava Brahmano Rupe Murtanchaiva Amurtancha. Bhagavan is Murt and Amurt. This much of Sanskrit everybody understands, right? Murt, Sakar. Amurt, Nirakar. Dvevava. He has got both aspects to his personality. And Shankaracharya has endorsed Murtan chaiva murtan dve eva brahmano rupe ityupanishattayorva dvau bhaktau bhagavadupadishtau kleshada kleshadva muktis syade tayor madhye. Bhagavan is Murt and Amurt. His devotees are of the Murt and of the Amurt. Nirakar Upasak, Sakar Upasaks. But understand, Upasana of Nirakar is very difficult. You are trying to attach your mind to the Supreme without any ladder, without any beach, without any support. Put a satellite into space without a rocket. So, now he says that with the Adhyatma Prasad, The yogi now has received spiritual illumination. Let's see what else he has to say. 1.48. Ritambhara Tatra Pragya. Translation: in the state of samadhi, one's intellect becomes filled with realization of the truth. So he says that samadhi is full of experience of the truth. You are seeing the truth by realization. That is called Tattvadarshi. Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, if you wish to get knowledge, what should you do? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Arjuna, that jnani guru is a tattvadarshi. He has seen the truth by realization. He will be able to impart knowledge of the truth to you. So Maharshi Patanjali says that samadhi will be full of experience of the truth by realization. There is one kind of knowledge which is called theoretical knowledge. You read the scriptures and you say, okay, I have memorized the sutras, I am a Pandit. And there's another knowledge that comes as an experience, as an inner awakening. And that completely dispels the ignorance. There's a difference between the two. A surgeon has graduated from medical college as a gold medalist. That surgeon has read all the books and is super expert in his field and possibly can even give lectures. However, he has got literally no experience. And there's another surgeon who conducted 5,000 surgeries over the last 30 years. And now at the age of 55, he is respected for his experience. If you had to get your loved one's procedure done, which of these would you choose? The gold medalist? You will say, "Arey bhai, wo thotha gyan hai. This is only theoretical knowledge. I value practical wisdom." The same is the case in spirituality. Kabir ji used to live in Kashi, the city of scholars. Big Vidwans, knowers, Shastris, Pandits, they all resided there. But their sayings would not impact people. They came to Kabir and questioned him that what is so special in what you are saying? We are Shat Shastris. We are explaining through the Shastras in sophisticated Sanskrit, but people's chit is not getting affected. And you are using a mixture of many dialects. Saint Kabir used the simplest of language, drawing on varieties of languages. Khadi Boli and Bhojpuri and Awadhi and Hindi, etc. So how come your Vani affects people so much? Saint Kabir said the answer is obvious. Tum kehte ho kagaz ki lekhi. You are only relating what you have read. मैं कहता हूँ निज आँखों की देखी. I am relating what I have experienced. So the listener is able to perceive the difference. The knowledge has got so much of weight in it. The listener realizes this is not coming just from a book. It is coming from the depths of realization. That realization comes by the grace of God in the divine samadhi. Hence Maharshi Patanjali is stating, Ritambhara Tatra Pragya. So that samadhi is not devoid of experience. It is full of perception of the divine truth. Prajna is the intellect. The intellect is full of experience of Ritambhara, the truth.